Hello, and welcome back to Fate Extraneous one last time. Part 48, and most definitely, almost 100% certainly, the finale. As I try and get the music started as soon as I can. Last time, the party had a bit of a final battle, ceremonial battle, whatever you want to really call that, against Neo Claudius, Beast 6S, Sodom's Beast, the Whore of Babylon, whatever name you want to call her. Whatever works. Everything works. And met a man named Hyakki, who seemed to be very, very knowledgeable about things. And needed something from Kama. Wanted, maybe is a better word, but it seems like they need it more than once. A small golden orb, almost like a marble, from someone who the party had slightly met before, who I don't even think has gotten a true name from them, really. It's just either been called the Fool or my stupid master. Joey, correct me if I'm wrong, that someone else has given them a proper name.
I don't think so, as far as I can remember.
Because I'm struggling to think of anyone actually called them by name. But either way, after some delegations, and a little bit of struggling to do so, Kama managed to get them to agree to hand the orb over to Kama, just briefly. If anything does go wrong, Kama will make sure that their master will appear, and if things do go south, we'll see what happens. But hopefully everything will be okay. And so, are there any final places you guys would like to head to before the quote-unquote meeting spot to head out?
Good.
Good.
I
Go.
can't think of anything.
Any final
Yeah.
people?
I can't think of anything else I'd really do yet. So yeah, just
All right.
final countdown.
And as you're, I am on the wrong map. Give me a second.
Oh no.
Give me a second.
Whatever will we do? We're on the wrong map, boys.
Whatever will we do? Because as you are leaving the shrine, the weird area, come on, thank you, Exception tries to catch up to you.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Fuck, what? Mouse, stop. Thank you.
Obey your master.
Yeah. Oh, wait, one more thing.
Hey.
I know that we haven't all really been friends. Hold on, why? Oh, wow. Music started right when I was questioning it. Interesting. I know we haven't exactly been friends or really allies this whole time, even though we sort of known each other for quite a while. I just thought I should let you guys in on some progress before you head out.
Hey. Well, I'd say we're friends, exception.
And about that, I don't know what it is exactly, but I think I have a better idea of who I am.
That's good.
Recently, I had to fight someone. I still don't really know who they were, but it was the Saber of Pride. And during that fight, I sort of managed to figure out a bit more about me.
That's good.
Oh, and what did you learn?
Well, the thing is, I learned that I don't know that much, but there is a part of a name that came to mind. And I thought I should let you all know.
That
Alright.
is.
Well, the pronunciation sounded weird at first when I first said it, so I decided to go with A2, even though it's just AA. But AA just sounds weird to me.
Hey.
Meanwhile, Sion just instantly thinks about BB.
Of course.
Hey. Does AA mean anything to me?
I don't know, does
All
it?
anonymous.
I don't know. Can I roll?
What? Roll history?
I guess. I don't know.
Or insight, your choice.
History.
Nah.
No.
And you have the best chance out of all of us.
Oh, no one else has a better plus besides probably Sion, who I'm not having roll.
I just mean because, you know, someone who's been alive for most of history
Oh,
has a better
okay.
chance of knowing.
No, I mean, there's
So I
a
don't
lot.
even-
There's a lot of things AA could mean. It's either AA battery. Oh, or okay, hold on. Definitely not AA batteries. The Catman could tell you that much.
With the Catman 20 help
I'll roll
me.
it just for the hell of it. I doubt I'll roll anywhere near as well.
I hate that none of you actually
bad.
chose to roll insight.
Do what?
I hate that none of you chose to roll insight.
My insight is 0. Can I roll insight as well?
Just you.
I'll roll it. Do you want me to?
Just you.
Alright.
Just do
sure.
it. Roll another 9 for me.
Yeah, I have a +1 to insight, okay?
A 13.
Okay, so the 20 in history, the Catman. I mean, there's no name that is AA or A2. That is for sure, but it could mean a couple of things. It could be initials, for example. Is it first name A, last name A? Is it an acronym? Does it stand for something? Does it just start with 2 letters that start with A? That'd be a little weird. It's very rare for that to happen, but not impossible. And it also sort of... Even all of you can sort of tell, yeah, that name fits for some reason, but you can't tell why. This jumbled up mess of a servant trying to figure out who they are. And for some reason the letters AA definitely make sense. But none of you can figure out why.
And then that insight check.
Nah. No, it was purely me just going, why did no one roll insight? Everyone rolled history. There was no
well, you
difference,
can
really.
see why. my 0 versus my 5.
Well, okay, you make sense, and technically because I heard it.
Yeah, I have a +1 to insight.
I can still complain.
Do what?
I can still complain.
I mean, you can. Doesn't make it right.
No,
You
not at
can.
all. But I can, and I did. So, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I mean, I don't know all that much else besides... Now I'm a saber. These are my initials. And I'm slowly getting more comfortable with myself.
That is wonderful to hear.
Hey.
And it's partly all thanks to you. All of you. It's weird to say, but it's because I got to know all of you. At least I think it is. So, thank you.
Well, now I gotta give him a hug. As we say goodbye.
They hug you back.
Alright. Miss you.
I mean, I don't think this will be the last time we see each other. I'm gonna be here for a bit longer.
I know.
Unless
But if-
you guys aren't coming back.
I don't know. That's why I always say that I'll miss someone when I leave. I never know where I'll end up. That's if I truly miss them.
That
Which I will.
makes sense. Huh. Well, anyway, have a safe trip.
That's giving A2 even more things to think about.
Yeah. And so the saber who is slowly learning who they are leaves back for their shrine. And now it's just your group again. And so while I get the next map ready, feel free to talk amongst yourselves or the NPCs there with you.
I get the feeling none of us really know what to say.
I can tell!
I'm thinking, so, Kama, how much do you know about this guy we're going to go talk to?
I mean, if he is who he seems to be, he's simply just I I there's no good way to put it, but like the other half of my master.
The yin to his yang.
Yeah, sure. Whichever one you want to think is good, the other's evil. I don't really care
There
which
is
one's
always
which.
evil within good and good within evil. That is how the Taoists go, I believe.
Yeah,
How
well,
the
I'm not
world
one
is.
of them.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm explaining it.
Right.
Well, depending on how things go with this meeting, I look forward to hopefully having things settled down for a while.
I mean, depending on what the actual purpose behind, but depending on what the actual purpose behind him wanting Rengoku is, it's either good or it could be very bad for this world. And I still don't know which one. Because I can't trust him.
Hmm.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, we'll only know when we get there.
I'm just hoping it's not too late by that time.
I mean,
Only time will tell.
do you... I can make it disappear if things
No.
go to Why?
I need to hold on to it.
Well, I'm not gonna actually take it, I just have to touch it.
Look, I know that I can technically trust all of you right now. I don't trust anyone with this thing.
That is
Eh?
quite alright.
Like I said before,
And just
Ren can
made-
cut anything, any existence he can cut.
He can rend anything.
Pretty much. Which is why I don't know why he wants it.
See which why do I feel as if you just made a pun?
They
Because I
did.
did.
I just was refusing to acknowledge it. And as you
Why
all
not?
get to the spot,
Just trying to lighten the mood.
as you all get to a spot at the northern coast of Yosu,
Mm-hmm.
you feel another slight shift in the world similar to the last time they made their appearance.
Boy.
And you see a bridge appear in front of you and head towards... Well, I mean, there's nothing in the distance, and it just stops in the middle of nowhere. That is your passageway. Whenever you feel like coming over, we'll be waiting. It is safe.
Alright. You ready to go?
And you just believe that?
Well, what else are we gonna do? Just stand here and question it and sit on our asses?
Sion starts walking across. Yep.
I know that's what I was gonna do. Can't just sit here on our asses not thinking about anything.
Sion grabs Hakuno's hand and just keeps walking, which means that Tamamo grabs his other one and just tries to follow.
Well, I suppose.
Well, now what am I supposed to grab?
Eris gives you her hand.
Oh, that's not what I meant there, but thank you. I was messing with Hakuno.
Let us depart.
I'm trying to think if I have better music for what's about to happen. But honestly,
Oh, I love Eris so much.
she's so pure.
I know. I mean, I was going to say something else, but she put out her hand before I could say it.
It wasn't even intentional. It was just, here you go.
So I'm like, oh, that's not what I meant, but sure, that works.
And when you get to the edge of the bridge, for each one of you, the sight before you is no longer the nothingness ahead, but instead what feels and looks like the end of the world, or a world that has ended. It's hard to really put into words, but the sights themselves definitely explain it.
Samuel's definitely crossing himself. The sight of this.
It definitely feels that this is not the world you came from, or at the very least, it is completely disconnected.
Davy's half tempted to do the same thing, but instead of making the cross, she makes the pentagram.
I'm just concerned about, the waterfall of blood.
We don't know if it's actually blood.
It could be wine!
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean-
and those are wine stains all over the grass and the ground and the rocks and the walls.
Hey, either that or ketchup.
But either, hey, either Jesus and Dionysus threw one hell of a rager.
Oh my god, that
like
actually
that.
sounds like a pretty good plot for a story. Like, stupid, but still.
Yeah.
Do
Both
you-
gods could turn water into wine.
Do you all proceed? Because Sion does.
Yeah, no, I'm proceeding. Davy has not missed a beat.
Just wanted to make sure if I needed to move the group or just some of you.
I mean, does it smell like it's blood? Is there iron in the air?
It's actually a smell that none of you have ever smelled before, because all of your senses feel weird. The air tastes different. It smells different. Even the feeling of the ground beneath you feels different. Nothing feels right here.
So it feels wrong. Therefore, it feels right.
Okay, to you, maybe.
Well, this ain't too bad for me.
And as you get closer, some of you hear a strangely familiar voice.
Alright.
Oh wow, you guys are here too! Was not expecting any of you.
Naga.
Kakatora, how did...
Why are you
Can't
here?
say that I can't say that I'm upset seeing you.
Honestly,
Right?
I'm just gonna say this now, outside of the game. It is complete coincidence that there's a Kagatori event going on JP right now. This is completely unrelated. It just happens to be that sometimes timing works out.
It always seems to.
I mean, when Lost But 4 came out, I had a whole thing with Ashvatama going on. That wasn't planned.
I'm back. Noah.
Welcome back. Hey, Kakatora's here.
Hi.
What?
How you been?
Oh,
That's been a while.
yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
What about the Lord?
The what?
The big guy that you went off with?
Oh, the Lord of Fact?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he told me to come here.
Yeah, well, what happened to him afterward?
I don't really know.
Oh.
I assume he's still kicking around. He was there when I left.
Alright.
It makes sense that he would have you come here.
Does it?
In fact, I'm quite curious about it myself.
Alright.
It seems
Oh,
that he
oh,
knows half of
okay.
everything going on, so...
Yes, I would have loved to meet him in person, but outside of few exceptions, I can only remain here while I'm on the moon cell.
I believe he meant to say AA.
No.
No, it's a joke. It was out of character. Out of character joke.
Okay.
Speaking of, what is here? And Samuel looks over at the pool of blood off to the side.
Well, don't mind whatever visuals you see here. None of it's actually real. To put it simply, this is the far side of the moon, where nothing is real. It's the world of imaginary numbers. The only place... Basically, it's the only place where I can actually be on the moon cell without being purged away. So I just had to create a short little bridge for all of you to come to, and whenever I need to make an appearance, all I have to do really is just use a little bit of the imaginary number space around here, and sort of fill the air around it. But I would have loved to have met that Lord of Fact Zhang Yu. He certainly knew things, but I'm curious just how far he could see.
Well, he could calculate the number of Tamamos that existed, even when there shouldn't have been the same number.
And he clearly knows of my existence since he sent Kagatora over here. But I'm wondering if it's limited to just this world, or if perhaps he actually saw things far beyond and far ahead. It's not like I need that knowledge for myself, but I Truly am curious what he knew. Unfortunately, I don't think he's here anymore.
Shame.
As the wastelands disappear, so do their lords, one way or another. Be that old or new. The only exceptions to those are ones where the lord is removed or reborn. As that is basically what's happened to, or what is happening to Artoriel right now.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Is that BB is taking care of that.
Yes, BB is making sure that Artoria will no longer be the Lord of Sect. So that she will not simply disappear. Oh, and who might you be referring to in that regard? As you hear more footsteps approaching.
Alright. Dolman, my boy.
It is nice to truly meet all of you in person.
Oh, so now you're actually here.
Yes, this is where I've been from the very beginning.
Mmm.
Calm thyself down, child.
Child, I'm older than you.
You know what I mean.
I know. But also, speaking of child, where's my boy?
We'll get to that, don't you worry.
Mm.
I just can't show him at the moments. A few things need to occur first. Such as... Doman, how much more time do you think you actually have? Or at least have today. Maybe tomorrow, a week, 2 weeks, who knows?
What do you mean by that?
Well, like he said, lords old and new disappear when their wastelands are no more. Doct has finally fallen.
You owe me a day.
I love how it's not the realization that he was the old lord, it's, you owe me.
Yes. You do not disappear before I get my way with you.
It's just it's the silent acceptance of that whole situation right now.
I have been waiting.
Oh yes, I'm sure. Now, I will get to all of you, but first I need to deal with the Kagatora here. Because I'm wondering if you're the same one from then. I mean, I've been here for a little bit. Not here, but on the moon cell. No, not that. I'm wondering if you are the very same Kagatora who was sent there. Obviously, with the way time flows, I can't always tell. But let's suppose for a second that the Lord of Facts could see into worlds beyond this one, and knows that you needed to come here for me to send you somewhere else. If we suppose that to be the case, then it would make sense for you to be that very same one. And that means... It means that you have a much larger role to play than you probably expected. Alright, cool. You say that. I feel like I've been on death's door this whole time thanks to something that happened before. Alright. You don't need to worry about that. In order for me to do this in general, you cannot remain as a Lancer. So rest assured, you will be much stronger than you are right now. Will it be something I earned? Yes. Most of it. I can't exactly count every single piece of power you're going to gain, but most of it, a majority of this power you will get, it is from yourself. It is stuff you already had. It's only being drawn out of you. So if you are ready, Kagatora, please allow me. And as they reach out their hand to Kagatora, they begin to glow with a radiant light. And as quickly as you notice they were here, they are gone.
Oh, we don't even get to see what happens.
No, the change itself is going to take some time. Right now, they are being sent to a completely different world. Not that that has to happen
Wait.
to any of you, but...
We can leave this world?
Well, I don't come from here, as do any of my servants, save for... Well, I still don't really count you as a servant, as he looks to Doman. Oh, but you are quite clearly my master. I cannot make contracts with the lords. Fair enough.
Well, why don't you make the contract at the last moment? When he is no longer the Lord.
That's the problem. He will be the lord until the end. Unless something changes. That's why he will disappear.
I have an idea.
Anyway, if you all would like to follow me,
Oh, I have an idea. I have a very good idea.
as I'm just going to move your group one more time real quick,
Alright.
Thank you. That makes things easier.
because I have to move the map too. Where is a good spot that gets everything?
We were able to keep Artoria alive for a brief moment before, right?
I mean, you can I will say that you could tell Artoria was getting weaker during her time fighting Sepher, but
Uh-huh.
but it is hard to tell since that was the second to last wasteland to be lost. Fact was the first, Docked the last.
Alright, I have an idea that might work. Cause what if I were to pump Doman with a whole bunch of noble phantasm points?
You would make him stronger, but he would still be a lord.
It would still be a lord, but I mean as he fades, like while he should be gone,
You'll just be postponing it.
but he can't make the contract with it.
No, because it would not be removing the fact that he is the Lord of Docked.
How do we change that?
And as they walk, you see 3 servants, 2 of which are familiar to your group.
Alright.
That is about as far as I can move you without putting someone off the bridge, which is going to be Shizune.
Alright.
Oh,
so
goody. Tlaloc and...
Oh, hold on, his
Yeah.
name's not being shown.
No, it's not.
It should be, because you do know it now.
Yes,
Yeah,
cast
yep,
with monikers, though. But also just Tlaloc. I haven't seen them in a while.
Okay, now, Doman, if you could just step over there. Right, anytime. Now, let's see, you should be familiar with both Tlaloc and Haiti at this point, but I don't believe you've met this one. Maybe you have. No. I can safely say I have not met anyone in that group. The only 2 I met were a strange saber and an alter ego. Oh, so you actually fought against their servants. Interesting that they would get involved, but not unsurprising. Now, Kamadiva, it's time for you to hand over the orb. You haven't said what you're gonna do with it. Right. In that case...
Wait. Shit. Oh, damn it, now I think now I want to take the orb.
In that case, I guess I can show you why it is needed here.
I know how we could save Doman.
No.
You're playing
No.
a risky game there.
No, 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 no. Absolutely the hell not.
Damn it. We could cut the connection to Doc.
Good, and in you doing that, you cease to exist.
Eh.
Okay, now this is going to hurt. But, Kamadiva, this should give you all the answers that you need. And as they take a deep breath in, you see from their back a mound of flesh grow an arm of calamity appear, a second, a third, some grow out of the others, and it grows more and more, until it is something very big, very grotesque, and very dangerous. And I'm sure none of you know what this is, but this is the god of calamities, Extraneous. So, it is something that needs to be removed. Kamadiva, I know that you cannot use that, which is why I need to be the one to use it. Otherwise, someone is going to be lost. So unless one of you wants to uselessly sacrifice yourself, just let me. Wait, hold on. Did you say Extraneous?
They did.
Yes. Why is that name familiar?
It's Celtic.
I've never been to. I am an Indian god.
I don't know. I'm just pointing it out.
I don't know why, but I'm getting the feeling to insight check him.
Feel free. Any of you.
Also,
Okay.
could you aim the slash to cut Doman's connection to fact or docked at the same time, or can you only do one target?
What?
Well, my roll was shit.
It depends on what he wants to cut as well. But realistically, it's only one target.
Damn. I tried.
And Sion walks over to their group. You can trust him. This is something that needs to happen. You are... And the caster of Monte Cristo looks over to their master. They are the one I mentioned who looked into my memories. They are well aware of things that I know. Then you can listen to them. Kamadiva. Unless you want to bring your master here to do this, let me do it myself. Before things get worse. Sammy, as for your insight check, because no, the 13 isn't Joey. Joey did not roll for this if you wanted to.
No, I'm good. I'm thinking about other things, trying to figure. I'm being distracted by Doman.
And his new appearance.
His new appearance and the fact that I only have so limited time with him.
Either way.
Sammy, you can tell that this is something that is actually causing pain to this man. He's been holding this inside of himself just for the sole purpose, to get rid of it. For what reason, you cannot determine, but you can tell he very much wants this thing gone. So in that, he is not lying.
I will very quietly tell that observation to Kama, at the very least.
God damn it. Your funeral if you disappear. As Kama flies over to him and hands it over. Thank you, Kamadiva. And now, Extraneous. I've been using your power for far longer than I expected. And it was an experiment failed completely. And so it's time for you to disappear. Without him disappearing along with you. Because you will not be missed. And as he throws the golden orb towards the god, its shape changes as it glows. It turns into a small child that then grows into a full-grown body and a very long sword, but it still keeps that golden hue. you can see it just barely looks at the Calamity God before instantly it just decides to cut a vertical slash, hitting only the God of Calamity and nothing else. And so, very much as quickly as it appeared, Extraneous has been slain.
Wow.
And the man falls to his knees.
Why do we get the feeling we would have had to fight that if we hadn't chosen to talk peacefully?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, we didn't need that. We definitely didn't need that.
Oh, that is a weight off my shoulders. And the pain is mostly subsided, but unfortunately, some of it is still there. That's fine. I can handle this much. Oh. Okay. Now. Oh, hold on. I have one thing to say before you do anything else. Also, it'll give you time to rest, I guess. And this is Theon talking. This is the end of our time together, Hakno. I've already ended the connection between the two of us. So your Tamamo no longer has to worry about me. And I'll be sticking around with these people. It's where I belong. I know it has to happen, and I know it will happen. And I've known this from the beginning. So, if none of you choose to go with us, which I don't think any of you really will, then after all this is said and done, this will be goodbye. But we can get to those actual farewells after. And she looks back up. You can go now. Okay. And he stands back to his feet. Now, Bermuda Triangle.
Mother. Yes.
What, it's already the end. Do you really care?
Fine, fine, fine.
You wanted to know about Taisui.
Yes.
I needed to be able to lure that fool here somehow. So I was using him as a disguise as a fake Ultimate One. Even though you probably don't know what that means.
No. Wait. Does that have to do with the thing in, South America?
Okay, no, it makes sense. You know about Ort. Okay,
That's
yes.
his name. That asshole.
Yes, you're aware of it. Since Taisui is known as the reverse side of Jupiter, I thought, you know what, it could work as bait. But now it's no longer needed. But here he is.
You experiment on my baby boy? Oh, my baby boy's a man. What did you do?
Oh. We can see now.
Are you okay, Taisui?
Oh, it is you. Yes, we are fine.
Oh, thank God.
Even though they very much sound different, you can tell the way they speak, the way they're acting, it's a bit
It's so
less...
Taisui.
It's a bit less energetic, but it's still the same old Taisui.
Oh, that's great. That's so okay.
All I had to do was give him a little bit more power to make him look the part. That's all. But it makes sense. I mean, that's why I brought him to this world. I'm honestly just surprised that Daji was able to locate him before anyone else. And actually, that's the main reason I had to bring all of you here in the first place. Daji started to get a little too powerful for my liking. And I started to fear that maybe she would not be able to... Well, that Nero wouldn't be able to break free.
Great.
And I don't know whether it would have happened regardless of all of you, but... It's happened now, and it's all done. And so, Taisui, you've been in this world for a little bit, but it's still your choice whether you want to remain here or go back to your own world. Or I suppose you could choose to stay with anyone else. Whether it be me or whoever. We have no real attachment to the world we came from. We barely remember it. Makes sense. In that case, you are free to do as you please. Just don't cause any mischief if you do stay here. This world is meant to be a peaceful one. We understand that now. And as he flies down towards you, Davy.
Yeah.
We are home.
Oh,
Yeah. That just melted Davy's heart.
She's happy.
Now you see, if you had sided with the fool, it would have been forced. I would have been forced to. Not I, actually. The fool themselves would have been forced to use that orb on both Kernanos and that Taisui, who would be posing as the reverse of a type.
Oh, then I would have done some terrible, terrible thing.
And now you see why I would have preferred this. Much more peaceful than just fighting for no reason.
Aye.
Meanwhile, Kama still feels uneasy about everything that's happening.
She's just like, wait, but what? Hey, how does Sammy react to when he heard me respond to being called the Bermuda Triangle?
Ah. It doesn't really change much, because I don't think Sammy actually has any knowledge of what the Bermuda Triangle is.
That is fair.
Yeah.
That is fair. Sammy doesn't know.
But yeah, it's the final session. It had to be at least the last true name to really be given.
Yeah.
I mean, it does make sense.
Yeah, well,
And
that is
technically, it's not the first time it's been said in this campaign, but I've only said it through text to Joey.
yes. And also, I told Eris.
That too, but that was more of you just tell her, not you say it out loud.
Yes.
Right.
So yes, it's been mentioned, but no one has said it aloud until now.
Hakuno should know what the Bermuda Triangle is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Hakuno
he's
actually-
concerned or confused.
The fact that he's been traveling with the personification of the Bermuda Triangle this entire time.
And same with Shizune. More so Shizune rather than
Shizune looks at
anyone.
Eris.
Yeah, like, is that real? Oh yeah, that's real. Oh good, don't need to hold on to that one anymore.
And just that realization of, oh, you very well could have been evil if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, no, I very much could be evil.
This is just you playing at being a good person for a while.
Yeah, I don't get oftentimes to be good. This is a good change of pace. Anyway, so now what?
Well, now you're free to do as you want. I can either send you back to the mainland, either one, depending on what you wanted to go back to, either Yosu or Kanjosai. If you want, you can stay with me. I don't know why any of you would want that besides apparently this little girl. You don't know who I am, do you? No. No, I do not. Then allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sion Outnam Sokaris, and I am the record keeper of this world. Or at least that's the job I gave myself. I know just about everything that's gone on in this world and pretty much put all of the pieces together. Everything that's happened and everything that should have happened. But I don't think that's all that I'm meant for. Especially after looking in, you said her name was Heidi. Looking into her memories, I think there's a bit more for me to do. So I'm going to go with all of you. You do realize you're not an actual servant, you're just... I am Data. Yes, I'm aware. Even in terms of people, the real Sion Outnam Sakars has died long ago. I am just a part of her consciousness that made it to the moon cell before her passing. That's why I'm in the form of a child. She died at birth. But what does that change? I can still do things. You can just give me a different body. Wouldn't be the first time you're able to do stuff like that. You're not wrong. But are you sure that's what you want? It would essentially be you killing yourself and having your memories implanted somewhere else. I can't even guarantee you'd have the same personality. And that is not something to take lightly. Oh, it'd be fine. I mean, I don't really have much going on here anyway. I pretty much am just a personality. There's no body to kill. It's just the data of these memories that'll transfer over. And I'm fine with that. Fine. Fine. Let's see how that ends up going. Might not be what you expect, and it might not have been what I expected. But maybe it is. But back to all of you. Again, each of you are able to choose where you go, except... Well, Kamadiva, I know about you. You're not going to stick with me. Hawk no Kishinami, Tamama no Mai, I'm sure you want to go back home. Hakno just looks to Sion a bit, and then looks back to him, just saying, yeah, I think that's what's best now.
I have a question.
Ask away.
Let's say I were to go with you.
Yes.
How would that affect my contract with Eris?
Oh, right, you do have a contract with someone. Well, let's see if it works the way it should. Technically, you already have a contract with me. That goes for all of you. It's just extremely loose. So if you were to be transferred to another world without that girl, your contract should be weakened to the point where yours with mine is stronger than with her.
Would she be able to have a contract with a new servant?
Possibly. Not actually sure.
Well, I mean, she can kick most servants' asses by herself, so...
That is true.
She's probably fine. Well...
I mean, I am sort of made here to fight against servants, so yeah, you got a point.
Yeah. Well, it has been fun playing the hero here, but I think I need a change of pace. So, I think I'll be going with you.
I see. That's one.
I will be returning home. I have been granted a second chance with my family, and I do not take that lightly.
Indeed. After I leave this world, as well as that fool, this world will once again be peaceful. Or, if something does crop up, all of you here, and back home, will be able to handle it yourselves. Whether it be the return of Zephyr, or some king who thinks that he's all high and mighty. Did I hear someone say well before I started speaking?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, Sammy, say my goodbyes to the girls.
I will let them know.
I wonder if the Nokia will still work through another world.
I don't know, do you get reception wherever you are?
I don't know, I pull it out.
You're not anywhere right now.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
And finally, you, Martin Luther King Jr., the ruler.
I still would like to know the fate of my other children.
I see. That actually makes the most sense. A righteous servant like you really should not be with me. I am the villain of this story. I've made myself such, and it's the path I've chosen to walk. And it has to happen. So unless you really wanted to become a villain, that is what's best for you.
I do not think that the villain role is for me. I do appreciate the offer.
Of course not. Meanwhile, if you look at his current servants, it's like 50-50. Doman, yeah, sure. Heidi, nah, they're not a villain. Talalok, either way. Saber, you don't even know who the fuck he is.
If you put me and Doman and then have Taisui in between, it almost looks like Taisui's our kid.
Oh god, it does.
Hey, you want to know something interesting about that?
What?
Similar to how Taikobo is the Chinese version of Abe no Seme, Taisui can be seen as the Chinese version of Ashia Doman.
Oh, well, that makes sense. It's our kid.
Which is actually why I wanted them to have a slight connection in the campaign, because they are counterparts to each other. That's why he was in the dungeon when you found him.
Oh my god, our relationship just goes full circle.
In that case, any last farewells any of you would like to have with each other? Any other questions any of you would like to have with anyone here? This is your last chance.
Talalok, I hope you don't mind me coming along.
The reason I hated all of you was because you didn't know who you were. You didn't know that you were my master's servants. That's what bothered me.
So, you don't care that I'm related to Capulti?
The fuck you say?
Wait, related to who?
Capulti.
The reaction.
The one who ate her brother's foot.
Yeah, it's just the fuck you say?
She is now wielding her whip, ready for battle.
Oh, come on, we're on this. We're both servants to the same master now. You can't get mad at me. I apologized, didn't I?
Is that why you apologized to me?
Yes.
I didn't know who you were back then. I thought you were apologizing because you were an idiot.
No, well, sometimes I am. I'm not gonna lie.
Just no.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I didn't realize you didn't realize who I was, so I guess that was me being an idiot.
I mean, I knew all of you were his servants, but I didn't know your identities.
Well, I did make clear mention that I'm sorry I ate your brother's foot.
And I wasn't thinking about that. You look nothing like that thing.
Well, yeah, that's because I'm part of him. I am an alter ego, after all.
Exactly, that's why I couldn't tell.
Oh, and when we switch, I might actually change more, because I feel like he's been in the background of this. So he might be getting his turn at the pilot seat, if you know what I mean.
Go on, Saber. You want to speak? No, I really do not care to speak. But, well, since none of you are going to be involved, and if the two here are allies now, I do not believe we are ally, but we are staying around because they are here. Okay.
Oh, Taisui?
Yeah, that was Taisui saying the we.
Yeah, no.
Well, since one of you is a new ally, I suppose I should at least introduce myself properly. I took on the role of Saber of Pride for my master, but my true name is Edward the Black Prince. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Well, I guess I ought to say my true name now. Since we're saying that. Well, Edward, it is a pleasure to meet you. I am the alter ego of the Bermuda Triangle.
And that's the first time Davy has actually said their true name.
Yep.
Indeed.
Their actual true name.
Yep.
And not
I
only
had
that,
layers
you've learned a
upon
part of what they're made of.
Yeah. Davy Jones, Chipotle, and one more thing.
Whatever that may be.
If you'd like to know, I can say.
I would like to know.
I
curious.
want to say their name is. It starts with a K.
Did you write it
It's
down on your
spelled
sheet?
I think I did.
'Cause now I'm
Let me look.
Yeah, no. Maybe. No.
I thought I wrote it down in my sheet. Their name. Let me look it up because I remember how to. Their name starts with a K, but I can't remember how to pronounce it. Let me get it. They are the Greek. They're the Greek goddess of sea monsters.
Oh, Calypso?
Not Calypso. Calypso is not a goddess.
Kato.
Yes, that one.
Oh.
They are the mother of sea monsters, so that's why Davy had a motherly aspect to her.
Mm.
That's why they're my babies.
As well as, I guess, technically the Kraken.
Yes, and the Kraken too. The Kraken's part of Davy at
Yes.
that point. So yes, those are the aspects that made up the Bermuda Triangle.
Woohoo! Anyone
just love
else?
I just love the fuck you'd say.
Yes. That reaction was fantastic.
I mean,
It's
she,
like, I'm
she
glad-
didn't know who you were back then.
It's like, I'm glad there's no hard feelings. Like, what do you mean? You seem to have been fine when I apologized before.
Anyone else have any farewells or questions?
Not really. Sammy would just give Davy and Sion a farewell nod.
Okay, we'll go around giving everyone from the party a nice hug.
Yeah.
Aww.
We give the Catman hugs. We give out the hugs. We give out everything.
Sion will hug too.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure.
Both of you take
Serving a
care on your
5-year-old.
future journeys.
And don't worry,
Oh,
I
yeah.
am almost sure that you two are going to live very peaceful lives from here on, because I know nothing else about you. Which means, after this, I shouldn't meet you again.
Yeah,
And
that's also
farewell,
another reason
Sion.
why peace doesn't suit me very well.
And with
One
that,
last thing, Davy. Try not to stir up too much trouble.
Yeah, I won't. I can't say anything about Chipotle.
Farewell, friend.
I
It
see
was
you,
a
Sammy.
great journeying with you.
and with that, Hyakki sends the rest of you back. Okay, now,
I love how on my screen my name and health bar has remained.
really?
Okay, so you two? I'm gonna say you two.
You still see yours?
Yes, mine still just says I'm okay with my bar.
Yep.
Weird. Very, very weird. Oh well, it's not important. I mean, I believe it. Roll20's weird.
Like mousing over it, it still gives me the change in mouse cursor, like I can move it,
Try,
but it doesn't actually do anything.
Try moving it. I'm curious.
I am, but as
Oh.
soon as I click, it
Damn.
moves to the selector tool.
Aw. Now,
Yeah,
with those
mine-
of you
mine
here
only
left,
this- Anyway.
it is time for us to officially depart. We have a world to break apart and rebuild.
Fun.
Except for you, Doman. You're not going to be doing very much, but you are coming along with us. Oh yes, most certainly. I have to finish my role until the very end.
You better.
Yes, I know, you gave me that coin.
Yeah. Fades to black.
I feel as if I'm missing something and I don't want to know. Oh, don't you worry. I can give you those memories if you want.
Oh god.
Do not. You looking into my memory is a very bad idea. I'm aware. That's why I looked into Hades. Heidi, how do you pronounce your name? Either one is fine. Alright. Next up. Destroying a world and refilling it with ultimate ones. I hope you're all ready to actually get our plan moving. And with
Hey, Sion, can you fill me in on the plan?
that, I don't know the plan.
Oh, I thought you saw Heidi's memories.
I do. I only know parts of it. He's the one with the full plan.
Fuck.
And I will give you your entire mission later,
That ain't.
as all of you disappear.
No, hey, it happened to me too.
God damn, why?
It's just Roll20 being stupid. It's
Such
just
a
like
weird
how our
thing.
name. It's just like how our health bars won't update on our own screens.
That's true. That is something that has happened for quite a while.
Yep.
Whatever causes that is what caused this, I'm guessing.
I guess so. Oh, now I can actually get a map ready. Oh, I didn't think I'd be using this map for quite a while.
What map is this?
Give it a second.
That ain't. I'll give it a second.
And by that I mean I need to move tokens around to where they actually will be and not just sitting.
Neat.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I get to see what happened to Kokotoro.
Oh yeah, you will. Even though, Jelly, I can just simply say they're gonna look like their first Ascension Uesugi.
Ah, cool.
I just didn't grab the art for that.
You're fine.
Okay, there's that, there's that, there's that. That works. That doesn't work. Hold on. Ah, yes, lovely 11 HP. Delicious. Alright, and... those of you who are sent away, welcome home. And comma for some reason.
Oh, how is everyone gonna react?
Well, they're very surprised that you just appeared all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, no. But I mean, the reaction that their head of communications just dipped out.
Oh, dude, you're all back. How are you all back? Why are you all back, and why do I feel like you're missing people?
We're missing one member of the team.
Oh, don't worry, I can get out of your hair. I'm not a member either. Oh, no, you can stay if you want. You seem very cold. I do not need you to warm me up. Please leave. So, realistically speaking, how did things go?
Well, the god of calamity died.
The what?
We met a god of calamity, and someone else handled it for us, thankfully.
Don't worry about what they're saying. It doesn't actually affect any of you. I think it affected me more than anyone, but I don't remember any of... whatever. Meanwhile, Kiyohime will walk over to Hakuno, push him out the way, and give Tamamo a hug. Welcome home.
Wait, she actually moved to. Oh my god.
Remember, Kiyohime and Tamamo are friends,
Yes.
and she was killed and kidnapped. That is the last time Kiyohime saw her.
Yes, but she still pushed Hakuno.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Tamamo's shocked.
Yeah, she is speechless. Oh, and Hakna too. It's good to see you again. Right. Everything's been dealt with more or less. Daji has been fought and defeated. That other version of me is no longer with us. The beast that would have appeared was dealt with. And the one who summoned our 4 friends has been talked with. Cool. Didn't really understand the last 2, but nice. Hey, hold on a second. Eris, you're here. Where's your servant? Oh, she's gone away. Are you okay? I should be fine. They said so. I can already feel that the contract is getting weaker. So that's a little bittersweet. I mean, now I don't need to worry about if she dies, I die, but... I mean, to be honest, it was mainly the other way around. I was the one always going down while she had to suffer.
I think it was pretty equal.
I don't know. I actually can't remember.
There was the time when I fought
Oh
him.
god, don't say every single time!
Well, it's about 50-50. The amount of times I went down versus the amount of times she went down.
Okay. But still, of course, Eris herself wouldn't think about the times where the reverse happened. She would think about how she was a burden
I
to
just
you.
now realized I've been muted this entire damn time.
Oh god, have you?
Wow.
Oh, Kobu, was there anything... When was it? Did you have anything to say before the farewells?
I muted after the farewells, but
Okay.
before we came back.
Okay. You're here
So
now.
I said many things since we've
Okay.
come back.
Well, let's start from the top, Kobu. Come on.
That's okay.
Got it. Note to self, always look at Discord.
Just periodically check in.
Because now and again, I do tend to, but only when I'm not DMing, because I don't really get a chance when I am.
My roommate was doing dishes and it was really loud and my mic was starting to pick it up, so I muted.
Okay, well, Sammy, hi, hello, what would you like to
Yes.
say and do?
I had said we are back, and I guess that's why you had Hawkina start picking up on explanation, because you didn't hear me giving
No,
mine.
I didn't, not at all.
And talking about how we don't have to deal with the creepy hands anymore.
Ah, yeah, see, that's something Hakano didn't actually bring up, what the
Yes, 'cause
Calamity
I
God
had said
was.
that in regard to killing the God of Calamity. Is that Samuel had said, no more creepy hands.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yes, the god that they came from has been slain.
Which means you no longer need to fear that one stretch of land.
Samuel looks peeved at acknowledging the existence of another god, but
Excuse,
so it's not a problem.
excuse, comma.
Oh, also, Davey did say they were made up of 2 gods.
I know. Yes.
Hold,
Sammy
excuse
has just been
Tamamo
keeping
too.
Quiet. Sammy has been is still keeping quiet about it, but still in his head.
And Karna is the son of a sun god.
Yes. How do you think Sammy feels with all of this? It has been a constant test of faith.
That's hilarious, honestly.
Yes, he's just been sitting there, just kind of. I don't even know the term for it. I can't think of it, but just kind of brewing in the
Festering.
background, thinking about it.
Yeah, and then that curveball at the end that the one of them you've been traveling with has been made up of 2.
Oh yes, that reminds me. We actually learned of Davy's true identity as well.
Well, yeah, they were Davy Jones.
They are the alter ego of something called the Bermuda Triangle.
You know, I always thought it was odd that Davy Jones would be an alter ego and not just like a writer or berserker or assassin or something. Okay, that makes a bit more sense.
Well, I'm glad at least some people understand what that means.
It's a location.
Ah.
As Eris and Shizune are going to try to explain to Sammy what the Bermuda Triangle is.
Okay. I feel like it will go well.
Oh, just say the Devil's Triangle.
Don't you dare.
No.
Don't you dare.
That's one of the names for it.
Wait, are we
It
talking
is.
about actually Satan?
Stop. Wait, did my devil sense my devil sense was constantly going off with Davy too?
I just stopped mentioning it because at that point I would be
I
mentioning it
know,
every single
but
time.
just if someone does mention, it's also called the Devil's Triangle.
That explains so much.
Meanwhile, I'm on the wrong layer. I'm not on the GM layer. Hold on, we got some other people to bring back in.
So are the Tamamos.
The ones who have been home this entire time.
Yes.
Oh, you're all actually back. Good for you. I can't remember how I made Gucci talk.
Well, glad to see you three are doing well.
Oh, yeah, no, we're fine.
That
All of us.
makes-
Well, we did sort of lose Hime. You don't actually know where she went. We thought about telling you, but, eh.
So that's been encountering 7 of the Tamamos in the last 48 hours?
Wait, Wait, 7.
The 2 assholes as well? The spy one and whichever one got thrown off the tower?
Well, there's 4 in this room right now. You've got
there
Vitch, you've
was,
got Hime, you've got Jade and Tenma. Is it not? Well, okay, if anything, 8.
Okay. But either way, almost like the entire roster in the last 48 hours.
Yeah.
When we would go weeks and months trying to find one of them.
Meanwhile, Rin is going to just do a quick little scan of everything. Oh, hold on. You did say Davy left, but what about, Amor?
Currently drifting in the void is the best way I can describe it. They are somewhere outside of this world, but they are not dead.
I did slightly bring it up when I got back, but I don't really understand the full story myself, so I only said bits and pieces. And that is Kadok.
But yes, Amor is still alive.
In that case, Kiyohime claps her hands. Then we can say we've had no casualties. Simply people leaving us.
Roland.
Okay, 1.
Yes! Sammy would have brought up Roland's death.
Look, he didn't leave a big impression on me. I think I met him like once.
Damn, that's harsh.
I remembered the other deaths that happened in that fight. Kiyohime wasn't there for it.
I know, I was going through my head trying to remember who all we ended up losing or almost losing.
And I am solely talking about that fight, not this entire thing.
Right.
Because we actually didn't lose anyone in the really big fight.
Somehow.
Surprisingly. Somehow.
God, I feel like I have a token I need to bring out. Where the hell are they? Who the hell are they?
I still need to go talk to the kids.
That's it, thank you. No wonder I couldn't
Yes.
find them. That folder was closed.
Yes, my family.
So the did the video game suddenly come Super Mario?
Yes.
You were singing the star power up or
Oh,
something.
I
Was I
see.
really?
I
It
see
was pretty
Ronnie
cool.
and Shingonga over on the side.
I didn't realize I was doing that. No,
It sounded like the Power Star music.
no, it's not on purpose. But what is on purpose is not what you're pointing at because I haven't made them visible, but Abby dragging along Betty to the castle. Come on, I'm pretty sure I saw a light over here. No, but we don't need to
Hello,
go.
girls.
Hi, Uncle.
I hope you two are doing well.
We've been
As of
fine.
course, I come over and give both of them a hug. So I've been gone for a while.
Abby hugs you back. Betty is semi-reluctant, but gives it and does.
It is good to see you both.
And meanwhile, these two have no idea they could have been erased at any moment.
And I'm not going to tell them.
Well, maybe Abby has an inkling of an idea, but definitely not Betty or the others.
I am most definitely not going to tell them. They don't need that weighing on.
Oh, by the way, you almost disappeared. You're lucky.
Yeah, no, that does.
No,
That
that is
benefits
not
no
something you
one
tell
by
a
telling them.
child.
Yes, absolutely not.
Are you going to be going out again, or is this
I'm
actually
back
the end?
to stay.
Well, good. Are you going to be going back to Salem, or are we all going to stay here?
I think I will be staying here, if you two wish it.
I've gotten closer to the people here, so I think it's fine.
Then here we shall stay. And Davy sends her regards. She was not able to come back with us.
There went comma.
Someone just taking a slight opportunity to leave before they get
Yeah.
stuck and dragged into something.
And that's fine.
That is sad, but at least she's going to be doing better things.
Indeed, she is continuing on with her journey.
And don't you worry,
Better
Uncle.
things.
Abby's going to be a good girl from now on.
Well, I appreciate that.
Partly because I
Pat
don't even
Abby on
have
the
her
head.
bad girl token anymore.
Yeah. Sammy does pat her on the head.
Yes, Scott, of course we wouldn't forget you. You were definitely as much of the campaign, definitely as much of a part of this campaign as everyone else here, because yes, Scott is in the chat.
Yes.
So, now that everyone's here, is it good for us all to throw a celebration party?
I believe so.
And you are sure that everything is finished?
For the foreseeable future. Should anything arise, it will not be something we cannot handle.
After all, you've got people like me, Tamama Namai, here with you.
Indeed we do, Tamamo. Indeed we do.
But more importantly, you've got my darling Hakno here. I am only human. I can't do things that servants can.
Indeed, leave that job to Eris.
I am somewhat of a servant slayer.
Somewhat is not even an understatement.
So it is
The amount of turns she has dealt over 100 damage to a servant.
Exactly.
God, just keep buffing her. Put every single buff on her.
Yeah, we just buff stacked Eris and sent her into battle.
Give her haste, give her an increased crit range, give her more damage on crits.
Give her more
That was-
movement.
That last battle was proving that she could handle being on her own.
Yeah. That's what the
It's literally-
ceremonial
it's
part
literally just
was.
Stack her with buffs, wind her up, and send her off in a direction.
That was her graduation battle.
That
Yep.
was.
Meanwhile, as everyone here parties, including... Give me a second. Because someone's gonna be dragged here.
Junico.
How'd you... I moved into the GM layer from the GM layer. How'd you know?
Because you mentioned being dragged. Well, there's another person who could be dragged too.
Leo is not here, unfortunately, right now.
I meant Hime.
Hime isn't here.
Akabe Hime.
Oh! Yeah, oh god, she's not even on the map. Give me a second.
Different Hime.
Don't think for a minute that she can get out of this.
Just the two of them being dragged by Karna.
I think she's a bit more social than Junico.
But they would both rather be in their room than this.
Indeed.
Fair enough.
Although this is her home.
That is true.
This is her castle, if you people remember.
Yes.
You've all done a great job, and you deserve to take a rest. So please relax, and let yourselves do as you please. And so I assume the rest of you party the night away.
Indeed.
Yes.
Well, something else is partying the night away somewhere else, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get it.
I know you're having your guts rearranged.
And this time it's not with a bladed weapon.
Mm-hmm.
It's an improvement.
And as we pan to each location in hiccups in the moon cell, and seeing the peace that has slowly started to return to each, the people who might have changed sides at some point or another, the people who fought valiantly with their allies, the people who are very angry at the situation, cough Jade, or simply the people who never really had that much of a chance. And perhaps somewhere in this world, there is a blonde fox about to be reborn.
Oh no. Stuck as a kid forever.
But that is not what this story has been about, because this was already Daji's story, and that ended. She lived, and she died. That's simply how it went. She fought with Tamamo no Mai. She fought with the Tamamo 9, and against them. Was betrayed by her most beloved, and still fought alongside them. The Beast of Collapse is no more in this world. But does that mean that a servant known as Daji cannot be summoned here? Who knows? Because as we fade away, there is one more thing. If I have the map, where's the map? I should have the map. I do have the map. That's not the right map. I don't have a good map, so I am using this map even though it's not gonna fit at all. Okay, gotta grab you. Grabby grab. Grabby grab, pasty paste. Yeah. Ha.
Hmm?
I don't know.
All right, Johnny Bravo.
People just moved in a way that I was not expecting.
Later. Mama.
Ooh, mama.
Oh, mama. The next servant, Johnny Bravo.
See, that may be Kobu, but a fight that definitely probably would have been taking place after you guys had left the area is Feihu versus Tamamo Jade. Almost
Oh, no.
certainly.
Oh, absolutely.
You ready
Yeah, I'm
to
just
go?
picturing you talking about somewhere a fox being summoned. I'm just imagining Tamamo finds out and is ready to square up with a kid.
And now, one last scene. Where is it? There, I can drag now. Thank you, me. In a place that is certainly not this world. Not the world of Extraneous. Because that is done. The world filled with extraneous data. The world that was meant as just a dump for extra data is no longer needed. They can live their peaceful lives. The war that is about to happen no longer concerns them. Instead, you've got the other side to tend with. I hate that I only had a tea room.
I mean, it fits.
I mean, it does, but for the wrong reasons. Now, to fill you in, what should I call you? Davy, Bermuda, Barry,
What was that last one?
Barry, like short for Bermuda.
Oh. I don't. At this point, Capaltli's probably taking over, so
What
Capaltli.
is color green?
I won't sit next to Talalok while I say that.
Yeah, definitely not.
Make sure to stay at least 15 feet away to stay out of whip range.
And that is, I think, exactly what you are, yeah.
Yep.
Pretty much. And don't worry, Doman and Taisu are just in a different area. They're just not here.
Yes. I know.
To fill you in on what is going to happen, what needs to happen, and what will happen. A world that has been labeled as Six Zenith, there we go. I don't know what a Zenith is. Needs to be
Extraneous.
destroyed. And I am going to destroy it. Break it apart into pieces. After that,
Okay.
I will turn each fragment into its own complete world, ruled by something known as an Ultimate One, which apparently you already know one of.
Yeah, well, there was one on the planet.
Yes, Ord came early. I'm well aware I've had to deal with those eggshells. But not anymore. That's not an issue.
Alright.
And each of you, each of my servants, and yes, I have others that are not currently here, each of you I need to send to one of those worlds each to make sure that things go smoothly. Except for you, Sion. I think I actually know what your purpose is. Like you said, it's to gather information and to learn. I never quite understood the role there before in that world. But if that was what you were doing from the very beginning, it does start to make sense. So not only do I know how to send you, I know where to send you to. And when. But you will have a lot to go through, and a lot of pain to look at. Even so, is this what you want? This space is safe for you, and this is your last chance to say that you don't want this. Like I said, I'm ready. I want to learn more about all different worlds, as many as I can. And if this is the way, for me to become the record keeper of these worlds, I'll do it. Including the one we just left. If no one else is going to be able to remember it by the end of time, I want to be that person. I see. In that case, come here. You are going to struggle. You will see many hardships, perhaps many deaths. I don't know what else you will see, but you will be Sion Eltnam Sokaris in that world. In all versions of that world. You will not be stuck in this body. You will have a new body. One that was born in that world and raised in that world. Perhaps you won't even remember the reason you were there, but you will have your memories from before. And so, whatever you do from here on out, I wish you luck. Sion Eltnam Sokaris. And with that, Sion disperses into not even light, just nothing. And that is one gone. Now she will go through the events of that world I just mentioned before it's destroyed. However, I'm well aware that people are going to survive the destruction, and she is going to be one of them. So, that's all there is to it.
Protagonist?
Hmm?
Did you just make a protagonist of the story?
No, she is a bystander.
Ah, I see.
She is the one who observes.
Mhm.
A watcher, if you will.
Yeah.
Mysterious voice, that is one way to put it.
Let's see, my mind went to the thing, oh, they're gonna be there throughout everything.
I mean, if you remember, there was a random Sion in places.
I don't remember.
Not a small Sion, but an older Sion.
Maybe.
She never did much, but she was there.
I don't remember, so that's why. Well, now she might have a bigger role.
Maybe. Okay, now. The actual plans, I can't actually tell you your specific roles until I get to destruction. So, that's what I have to do next.
Need any help?
No,
Darn.
you are not on that level.
Not right now.
No. There aren't many servants who can destroy worlds, especially not in this way.
Fair enough.
Now, this is the end of the journey for Extraneous, but we will return to Six Zenith at some point. That fool and I have a war to go through. They're well aware of it, and I know that it's going to happen. There will be bystanders caught in the way, people who want to save that fallen world. They'll want to make it whole again, whether it's possible or not. And I am going to stand in their way, because it needs to happen. There is an end goal, and I see it clearly, while the fool does not. They will stand in my way. They will be my villain, while I am theirs. But since they side with that world as well, I have made myself the villain entirely, as that's just what needs to happen. Good or evil does not matter for an antagonist and protagonist. And with that, thank you all for observing this world of nothingness, a world that truly did not matter in the end. And until we see each other again, have a good time.